Have you ever wondered what Southwest Calgary, the Quadrant, is all about? This video is a part of my 8-video series of touring Calgary. I will virtually go through every single quadrant and share my insight with you. Hi, my name's Adam Fife, and I create value-driven content to help educate you and the people you know about Calgary real estate. Please consider subscribing and browsing the channel to find other relatable topics that could help you out now or maybe even later in life. So let's get into it. Southwest Calgary has a whopping 45 communities, and just like every other quadrant out there, it's still expanding in the deep south. So what we're going to concentrate on today is the brown. So if we look down here, this is called South, but most people refer to it as Southwest Calgary. But I'm going to take this one step further and actually outline it on Google Maps so you get a better understanding of where it's actually located. So how this is going to work is we're going to start at Weaselhead Flats or Glenmore Reservoir. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shoot right up to Glenmore Trail. We're going to hop right over to Deerfoot, go all the way down Deerfoot until you hit Fish Creek Park. From Fish Creek Park, you actually just hop right through it and then all the way down here, right past Legacy, all the way down to about this point here. And then from here, you just go up on a diagonal. You actually will go all the way over this way, up and around, because on the map, you can see that there is some more communities that are going to be developed, but haven't actually been developed yet. So you go up, around, and then you just shoot straight back up the ring road. And that's it. That's Calgary South. So some of the pros about Calgary South is that it has a really great layout, and it's basically a grid. So it makes the roadways very easy to follow and pretty easy to memorize. One of the biggest highlights when it comes to Calgary South is just the sheer amount of amenities that it has. You have the Chinook Center, which is technically in city center, but it's so close to the south that I'll put it in here. You've got the Calgary Farmers Market, you've got IKEA, you've got the South Center Mall, you've got the Shaughnessy Shopping Center, you've got Costco over here, and a lot of little different areas all throughout Calgary South. So on top of all the great amenities, you actually have a really nice C-train track that goes right through the middle of Calgary South. Now it only ends in Shaughnessy here, Somerset, but what it does do is it allows you an opportunity to hop onto a C-train and go straight to downtown, which either you can go west, northwest, or even northeast. So if we just follow the train line here, you can actually see some of the blue stations. Let me see if I zoom in just a little bit more here. So you see the first blue station here, which is Chinook. You've got a station here. We go all the way down stations here, station. So you can see that there is quite a bit of stations that are all along this trail, which do give you a very good access to any sort of events that are happening downtown, whether it be at the Saddle Dome or the BMO Center, or basically just anything going on in this area. So talking about public services, one of the other things I really like about Calgary South is it's got this major hospital here, which is the Rocky View General Hospital right off Glenmore Reservoir. Now this is one of 3 major hospitals in Calgary. You've got your one here, you've got another one up in the northeast, and then another one over here in the northwest. So this by itself is just such a great amenity to have in this area. Now talking about that, it is right on the Glenmore Reservoir. Now this reservoir is absolutely beautiful in the summertime. If you're into sailboats, you want to get out there on a kayak, or you just want to enjoy some time down by the water, you can come along this water edge and get some really nice views of the mountains all the way over here, while having a really nice sunset or some sort of sun reflection off the water. So talking about great views, and on top of Glenmore Reservoir, the Fish Creek Park here hosts some very nice views as well. If you get up onto some of these locations where there's a little bit of a ridge, there are some magnificent shots of this park from an elevated perspective. Now this park does have a lot of paths, a lot of adventures. You know, you have the river that goes right through it, a lot of wildlife. This park hosts a lot of interesting activities for you to go and indulge in all seasons. I mean, you can go snowshoeing down there, cross-country skiing down there, or just go for a bike ride or a hike, depending on what season it is. Now, in terms of some of this access granted for this really nice layout, this ring road here is actually a brand new highway, just completed construction last year. And this has been an absolute game changer for this quadrant. What used to happen is that people would have to come down here, either go down 14th or go down McLeod Trail to leave the city or get up to different portions of the city in the northwest area. So having this 3-4 lane highway connecting the southeast is absolutely amazing. So what that's done for this community has allowed some really nice traffic flow. Long overdue, but it is done now, and this thing has absolutely been amazing. All right, so those things were all amazing, but how about some of those cons? Now, let's remember that this is only a personal opinion, and it wouldn't really be a very good overview unless I shared some sort of negative aspects about Southwest Calgary. Now, if you feel like I've missed something, please comment below and let me know, as I do want to learn from the locals that actually live there. So I'll start out by pointing out just how busy it can be. Now, this McLeod Trail here is the main artery for the south, and it hosts a lot of traffic during the day. There are a lot of traffic lights that go all the way up this road. Let's actually see what traffic is like around 3:30 on a Tuesday. So we can see that there's really not that much traffic. traffic, but what I will do in future videos is I will highlight some of the traffic flows in the morning and in the evening to give you a better perspective of just how bad the traffic can be, because this does get pretty red during rush hour. So let's move forward. Now, really the only other negative that I could truthfully think of when I think of Southwest Calgary is how far it can be for people down in the deep south here. So Walden Legacy, Silverado area, I mean, it does feel like you are pretty far away from downtown. So if you were to try to go to an event, go to a function, or just drive somewhere else within the city where you needed to go up Deerfoot or up McLeod Trail, maybe even tap onto the ring road here, there are a lot of traffic lights that go straight up this street all the way to the downtown core. It's one of the further away communities that are from downtown. I mean, now from the southeast, it is a pretty fast shot up from Deerfoot Trail, but some reason when you're down in the deep south here, it does feel like it is a lot longer because you do get hosed by quite a bit of traffic lights. Places like Northwest, North, and Southeast, I feel have a bit of an easier time getting to the downtown core. It is a little bit closer and you do have a little bit more of those major arteries. Whereas deep south, it can get a little frustrating because there are so many lights. And if there is a lot of traffic and you just happen to catch that one red light and every other light you get red from there, it is super frustrating. So with that being said, I don't really have any other negative attributes about Southwest Calgary. It's a great place to live. It's vibrant, it's quiet in most areas, and it's laid out pretty well. So feel free to let me know if you think any differently, because I do respect your feedback. I just really like Southwest Calgary. I don't really feel like there's too much negative about it. So I guess that's it. I mean, that's my overall overview of Southwest Calgary. If I did miss anything, let me know, as I do want to continue to do this year over year as Calgary continues to grow, and maybe I can come up with a few more negatives about the Quadrant and I get a little bit more comfortable doing this every single week. Now, don't forget to check out my channel, as I do create other forms of informative content that will teach you all about Calgary real estate. So until next time, peace.